Hey.
All right. Temporary setback.
Hey, what's up, Natasha?
Why has it got to be temporary?
Everything's always temporary when it comes to setbacks.
Can it be permanent?
You're asking about the name, kind of?
Yeah, you know what? Let's start off with that. Well, first I want to say I am impressed with the set that you guys pulled off on stage with the reggae vibe. What? I was
April
like,
Fools.
Right? Oh, hey, that was a good one.
That's Ethan's joke.
That was great. That was great. Yeah, mind blown. The tempo. Man, you guys sound like you took your time to rehearse it, and I don't know. I didn't think you guys would ever do reggae. So here's my question with that. So how did it feel?
How did it feel, Ethan?
It was chill. Yeah, Greg came to us and was like, hey, man, we have the opportunity to play this awesome festival. It's like charity and everything. We just got to do reggae. And we were like, oh, we can do that. So he wrote some songs, and we filled in the rest of the parts. And what was that, like February maybe, January, that we started working on these?
January, we really started kind of messing around with these songs.
So yeah, he just brought us the skeleton, bare bones tracks, words, melodies, chords, and we filled in the rest. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's what allowed you guys to adapt so easily to this genre. That's really cool. Do you see yourselves doing more of reggae?
We're going to experiment with a lot of genres. We're going to,
Nice.
that's what I want to do at least.
Yeah, I mean, I think the plan is to track and record these originals that we just performed and put them out to the world, see if people dig them, and if it gets traction, we could keep going with it. But there's definitely other stuff that we want to explore and write other kind of styles. We all got together, Shane and Greg and I, originally for like a pop punk kind of band, so we definitely want to write some songs in that style too.
I bet it was an out of comfort zone situation for you guys, right? To try something new like this?
Yeah, it was definitely a different situation, just bringing like 5 to 6 original songs to the table. They didn't know what they were supposed to sound like. I didn't know what they were supposed to sound like, and we just got into a room and kept playing those songs until we're like, that's how that should sound. And then it took
They're
a little
not
while
even finished, really. We're still working on them.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So you guys turn your originals into reggae vibe into it? Is that?
No, it was a fresh start.
Oh.
He wrote them specifically for this, yeah.
Awesome. Really cool. So back to the temporary setback. What inspired you guys to come up with that name? I got to hear the story behind that.
Was it me? Did I? It was.
If it ain't
was my
temporary,
idea,
I want to
right?
hear.
Well, you haven't talked yet. I don't want to hog.
Yeah. So, like 5 years ago or something, we all met, and we've been in quite a few projects. And when we started this project, it was actually for his birthday party a couple years ago, and we did the same thing we did here, except for we did a pop punk set of originals, and we just named that Temporary Setback and said we'd change it, and never did.
Wait, so what was the setback?
Singers.
Well, yeah,
What was
like I
it?
said,
You said singers?
Yeah.
Singers.
For a while, Greg didn't want to sing lead vocal. He's really, really great at singing harmonies, and he didn't want to take the mantle up of lead singer, but we convinced him to.
And that's when Greg came in?
Well, yeah, we were like, dude, we can't keep dealing with other people singing. We need you to sing.
Yeah, Greg used to
So
just sing backup and play guitar, but now it's not a setback because he's the one doing vocals.
Yeah,
we don't have to deal with the singer.
This is like, what, the third or fourth iteration of a band that the three of us have been in? I mean,
Yeah.
Danny has obviously been around our music scene and our group of musicians that we hang out with all the time, so...
Yeah, without name dropping.
When we
it's
got it
most
together
definitely
this time, we were
the
like,
third or
well,
fourth.
let's add Danny as our second guitarist, or fourth member, because he's a fantastic guitar player.
Yeah, I've seen you guys play even before Temporary Setback was a thing at Jam Night, at Jesse's Jam Night at the patio. Yeah.
Yeah, huge shout out
So
to Jesse
cool.
James for basically like fostering our musical relationship by hosting at the
Awesome.
patio Thursday nights, open jam night.
Before you guys ever became Temporary Setback, you guys knew each other at the patio, and how cool is that, a collaborative setting for musicians to come together and jam actually became a band. And here you guys are now.
Jesse, how does it feel seeing a band come out of your jams?
Give him the mic.
No, how does it feel to see like?
We're basically like children.
Why is it amazing?
So it feels amazing to inspire other people to come together and play music. The whole objective behind what I do and what we do as a group is to get anybody and everybody together to play music and feel out who can play with who and vibe. And even if you don't know it, just jump up and try and give everybody a chance. And I've seen so much positivity come from that, and this is a prime example of it. I just come to sit in and hang out with the guys because they're like, hey, just come play a set. I'm like, all right, I'm in, let's do it. And I mean, it's just a beautiful thing to see what evolves, and I'm happy to see where these guys are going.
It is, and you're seeing the bear of the fruit of how being a big part of the community by being an influence, a musician can bring other musicians together and just continue to do what they do, but on a larger scale, and bringing you guys together as a band. That's really awesome. So tell us about the Pisces Fest that you recently had and your guys' performance and experience of that.
All right, so I do this thing called Pisces Birthday Bash every end of February, beginning of March. I have for the last 4 years. It's at a place called The Farm. We've created a beautiful music environment and arts environment out there, and it's private, but it's open to public, and it's just kind of a cool little music community that we've created from scratch. And I wanted to have a birthday party, and then my friend's like, hey, my birthday's a week before yours. My other's like, mine's a week after. And I'm like, well, we're all Pisces. Let's just throw one big party. And that was the whole vibe behind it, and it's grown and evolved. And it's been going for the last 4 years. And this past year, these guys a couple weeks ago, these guys got to play their first big set in front of a bunch of people. And I mean, it's great to see the whole community here in Daytona Beach and all of Central Florida come together and share music as a whole. And I mean, I really love being able to bring everybody together and just get up there and express yourself and share your music and share the love of music with everybody. And that's really the whole point behind Pisces. Like, it doesn't matter when your birthday is. We all need to celebrate, But if there's a group of us, why not have fun together? And then why not share the music that we know with everybody to everybody else? So that's the whole point behind Pisces.
That's beautiful. Where do you guys?
Jesse.
It was awesome playing that event. That was our first experience. If it was not for Jesse's event, playing up there a few hours ago would have been the first time we would have debuted a lot of those songs, and that would have been a little too much pressure. So it was awesome to have the ability to go and kind of throw those songs out at a festival vibe like The Farm before we had to come here and do them for real at Reggae at The Rock. So,
anybody else want to share how your experience was at the Pisces Fest performing?
Pisces was so hot. We were standing under a canopy, and the canopy just ended right where I was standing. So the whole time I was like trying to be behind Danny so I wasn't sweating. Yeah, no, it's better than being cold, true. No, it was, other than being swelteringly hot, it was very fun. Great experience. Great thing that Jesse does there. Shout out to Danielle and Woody from The Farm, too, for hosting it. Those guys are awesome.
Awesome. Where do you guys see yourselves in the future with this band? And what do you plan on doing next?
Maybe
well, what do you plan on doing to not make
like
it
a Leonard
so
Skinner
temporary?
Kind of thing where some of us die in a plane crash.
I think we'll just keep on creating music together and make whatever we can, whatever we think we're capable of, and whatever we have fun playing. Like, this set was a lot of fun to play. We didn't really have any expectations for it because we had never done this type of music before and never really messed around with originals to that capacity. So it was a good start for us to see what we are capable of, and that was a great starting point for, I'm sure, what will be a musical journey for us for years to come, if these guys are okay with that.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was cool, like, when Greg was showing us these songs that he was writing, that they're, like, not specifically, like, 100% reggae, I would say, like, what you're kind of used to hearing, what you might be hearing out back from all the guys with the dreadlocks, but they have like elements of reggae mixed in with like rock and other blues and funk and soul and kind of stuff that we all take inspiration from. So it's cool to just blend stuff together but just put that little touch of reggae on it to give it that chill vibe.
Really cool. Are you guys writing any songs? Do you have anything coming up?
That was it. I'm
That
done
was
for like a week.
it.
We're just working on those. We got to get all those. We have like demos out, but we want to get them fully tracked and mixed and mastered and put on Spotify and Apple Music. And once we get all that over with, we're gonna write newer songs.
Once we record the set that we just did and maybe a few more to bookend that, then we'll get to writing new material and stuff.
Nice.
But I'm gonna take a break for now and like go to Disney World or something.
Sweet, nice. Yes. So, one more question. What is band practice like? I can imagine how you guys just get lost in the zone playing impromptu
Band practice is-
instrumental. Because I've seen you guys
They are.
play at Jesse's Jam Night at the patio, and it just gets to a point where you guys get lost in the music that you're playing, and it's phenomenal. So I can imagine, how is it at
Well, usually
practice?
I come home from work and these three are already jamming. I take a shower and watch Jeopardy. Drink a beer, and then
Yes!
I come in and join. They're already all loosened up, and then we just start going through all the songs that we have written. And
Check. Okay. Yeah, usually we'll run through the songs at least, once how normal, and then any changes, we'll go over that on the second iteration and discuss them like that normally.
it's very like comfortable to like I can stop and be like, "Hey, Greg, what were you doing there? Can you try it this way?" And we'll try it that way. And if it doesn't work, then we go back to the other way. It's very like communicative and just trying stuff out, seeing what works.
And we also record each and every practice so we can always go back and hear, listen to us, make changes. And usually, like, because we live in Port Orange, so we're only really allowed to play till like 10 if we're lucky. And then afterwards, we'll kind of listen to everything, discuss it.
Yeah, it's cool. Danny has like a whole bunch of equipment we live together, and we have like a home studio. He has all these microphones and cables and Ableton on his computer and everything.
You're always being recorded in my house.
Yeah, everything's recorded.
All right. So to wrap it up with the last question, I know I've said this last question ago, but if anyone wants to answer, what's something no one tells you about being a musician? I bet
I
you're
already
familiar
took
with
this
that.
question, so I'm gonna pass that off.
Yes. How
Wait,
fun
sorry,
to be able
what's
to
the
ask
question?
this during an interview.
She asked the question.
What's something no one admits about being a musician? If you guys just want to briefly share something.
Well,
What's
I
something
just
you
watched
want?
200
What's something you
musicians
want your
answer this question, so mine's probably
I know way
Okay,
less
what's
what I'm
some-
doing than what it looks
what's
like.
something you want your
admit this all
audience
the
to know
time.
about being a
Something as a
musician.
musician is that I'm always late.
Yeah, you got that right.
At least in my world. I try to do my best, but hey, I show up and I'm playing when I need to play, but I'm always late.
I'm gonna steal your answer, and nobody ever admits they're wrong. That's what you said, which is a good one.
I think it's a lot more frustrating than sometimes people realize, at least, from the outside looking in. But all those frustrations are worth it. Nothing good comes easy. So, it's worth working through those frustrations. And definitely if you're just starting out playing music, keep at it. You're always going to have them highs and those lows. But if you push through the lows, you'll get where you need to be.
Am I doing? Oh, I was gonna say I know way less about what I'm doing than it looks like. People are like, "That was great," and I'm like, "I was just riffing. I don't know what that was." Like, people say that all the time, and I'm like, "That's not that impressive." But yeah, I don't know.
Looks like that guy over there wants to start a band. What advice would you have for someone that wants to start on the journey of being in a band and
Find good
music.
friends to do it with.
what is it?
Find good friends to do it with.
Yes. Anything else?
I can't say anything else.
Okay.
If you don't like the people you're working with, you're not gonna like.
If you don't like the people you're working with, that you can, yeah, go ahead. You say it.
You're not going to go that extra mile when things start to get tough. You're just going to probably like throw in the towel. And just speaking from my perspective, like it's such a blessing to like be here right now, and I'm super grateful for Shannon and Greg for inviting me. And I wouldn't even call myself an official part of the band. These guys are amazing, talented people, and I've learned a lot from them in pretty much every aspect of my life. And this is just another one of those things, and I hope we just like continue to like build on it. Yeah, like no one wants to admit how much work goes into all of this, and you like as an audience member, you see the production, and I work like behind the scenes. I do like behind the scenes like production work, and yeah, there's so much that goes into it that you wouldn't even realize unless you started to do it. And the people that you surround yourself with is gonna like define like the outcome of what you decide to do.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So my point of view when it comes to forming a band is you got to do your research. If you're feeling it and you know what you're looking for, what kind of vibe you got, what kind of music you got, you got to go out and you got to find the people that are going to make you feel good about what you do and put yourself in a situation or in a group. Sometimes you got to make yourself feel uncomfortable. But, I mean, really, in all reality, we all felt uncomfortable at one time or another playing in front of people.
I was uncomfortable earlier today.
Right, exactly. So you got to find people that make you feel good and say, man, I feel this vibe, I feel the emotions that are coming out of the music, and do your research a little bit, try and think about what you want and what you want to accomplish. And if you're going to lead the band or if you're going to create that band, you got this image, pull it together and try to learn how to work as a team to make it the outcome what you want it to be. And I mean, really, music brings everybody together in different ways, and it makes people feel different ways, but it all makes us feel this one love, this one vibe all together. So when you learn to grasp that and work with the people that are around you, it doesn't matter if the drummer changes or the bass player changes, or it doesn't matter who it is. We all can have 2 bass players and 2 drummers and 3 guitarists. It's just bringing everybody together to have a good time and feel that vibe. So once you figure out the vibe that you want, run with it.
Wow. If that doesn't move you, woo! If that doesn't move you, then
And
I
when
don't know
Greg tells
what
you to
does.
grab your
That's
instruments,
amazing.
you grab them and you go. You don't think, you just do it.
Right. Rule number 1 is no matter where you go, always have your instrument. Even if it's just a little djembe and you're playing drums. I mean, I always have a couple violins with me no matter where I go. Not one, but multiple, because I've learned one's not good enough. But always have your instrument. Always be ready. You never know who you're going to meet, where you're going to be, and what's going on. You can meet some of the coolest people. Like today, I'm going to meet so many different people. And who knows what doors and opportunities are going to open. If you don't have your instrument, you don't have your voice, or you don't have your things with you that you need to present yourself as a musician, you'll never be able to put yourself out there. You never know who's going to be watching and say, hey, I like what you did, or hey, do you think you can do this on the fly? It's just take it as it comes, but try and grow as you can.
Amazing, yes.
I can't say it better than Jesse. That's why we brought him.
Wow. It's like
It wasn't
a
for the
song.
violin, it was for the interview.
It's like a song. I'm glad we're documenting this because it could be a song. If it had a melody in the background.
There you go. Get it.
Ooh. All right. Anything else you want to add to that? Oh, yeah.
We thank you for doing the interview. It's been awesome knowing you. Each of us have known you kind of in a different way throughout the past 5 or so. I don't even know when we met. Yeah, and we really thank you for sitting down with us and asking us the deep questions about the behind the music sort of stuff. And we just ask that anybody who liked what they heard here at our performance to follow Temporary Setback on their social media pages. So.
Amazing. My name is Natasha Azari, here on the behalf of Shannon Conley. That's how you say it, right? And Dana Tucci. How do you Tucci? Okay. With One Love Fam Jams. Thank you, everyone. Please be sure to follow their
guys.
social media on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So you can find out the latest and most amazing interviews and every content that they have to offer. So thank you. One love, Fam Jams.
Have a good day, everybody.